So in this chapter, um, I feel like I'm sure a lot of you are really getting into this, especially as you notice the development of Christianity coming into Europe and looking at a way to understand the rise of Roman Catholicism and Eastern Orthodoxy. Um, they've had their split, which we'll talk about, and there's been attempts to, at least to make some sort of peace between the two branches. But I thought it would, it's important to understand. I feel like coming out of Protestant America, which is predominantly Protestant. I mean, keep in mind that when Kennedy was running for president, there was a big concern about his Catholicism in this culture. There's been a strong anti-Catholic sentiment in the United States from early on. And I think that due to that, there's been a lack of understanding or looking at the actual development of Christianity in Europe as legitimately being a type of Christianity, even though the Protestant movement sees it as spiritually discredited, which I'm not participating in that debate. I'm just pointing this out. But equally, what I would also argue is that this idea that Christianity is simply Catholicism and Protestantism has also come into the American discourse, neglecting the fact that Christianity was broken up into different subsets, and that the Eastern tradition is just as relevant to the history and development of Christianity as well. And so I'm hoping that you can get just a better visualization of this, regardless of what you think about religion or Christianity or a branch of Christianity or anything like that. Okay, so we're first of all, we're also talking about the fall of Rome. So as we saw with Diocletian, in the periods we call late antiquity, he tried to get Rome back together. Right, Rome was in a disarray, and he's going to attempt to um, bring order into the realm. And he is going to persecute Christians, seeing a problem with them, and also Manichaeans, which was not talked about in the textbook. So he's not just persecuting Christians, but he's going out of his way to do things that he thinks are going to successfully make Rome strong again. There is going to be a system that's set up called the Tetrarchy, where it's divided among four. Think about Tetragrammaton or Tetris, right? Like four emperors, and then he's going to split the empire in two, and actually like several subsets as well. And so this is going to last until about 313. And what I also kind of want to point out is what the textbook has made interesting is this breakup of Rome into dioceses. And when you look at the systems that were being set up in Rome, all the languages used, it's similar to the Roman Catholic Church, because the church is going to kind of follow suit of the structure that's coming out of Rome. And so at this point now, while Christians are still being persecuted, we're also seeing the groundwork for a setup for an imperial religion of Christianity. And this is very interesting. And so right after this, we're going to jump into Constantine and his relevance to this. I'm actually going to just end this lecture right here a little bit early. The rest of mine are going to be a little bit longer. And so here we are, just kind of getting a foothold into what's coming next, and as what you saw in the text. So I'll stop here, and then I'll come back with a lot longer lectures on most of my other ones.